Okay. All right. So I'm in between breaks right now. So I've made some pretty nasty revisions on my support. I am so happy with my improvement right now. And like, let me tell you, I am destroying my lanes now. Like it's not even funny how easy this was ever since like 2 days ago since I so it's been a little bit. I've actually forgotten to record like all my games that I've been smurfing on. So like I have made huge improvements. I think the last time I actually posted a video I was like D360 LP something like that. So now I'm like skyrocketing up and I'm just like I'm destroying these lanes. I'm pulling out the Bard now and it's real. 8 games, I've won all 8 games. Like I'm just like these things I'm about to show you is just like all you need to do to just destroy lanes. Like this Vayne did not respect me the entire game. He has a massive ego. I mean, look at this player. 50% win rate. People who have 600 games plus and a 50% win rate, their ego is massive. And it's like they're mad because things don't go their way and like they don't actually like know how to play the game that well. So like here, let me show you. Like let me show you. So like so now the way I'm pulling out a very slow champion pool. So first, while I was learning on support, I'm like 3-4 weeks old on support. I pull out Thresh, most fun champion that I wanted to play the most. Played him for like 70 something games. Um, did a lot of reviewing. Um, so now I got the green light to pull out another champion. I'm doing 5 champions total. Now I'm pulling out Bard as of. I already had him previous in normals games before this. I mean, before it was good for me to pull him out, so I didn't have to practice him in normals. But since 2 days ago, is when I pulled him out. Huge success. So what I'm doing now is I still don't know much about the in-depth matchups. Um, like I mean, there's like the whole all in poking and sustain, like all those type of lanes, but that's way too broad, and it will take quite a bit of time for me to fully understand lane compositions. But so far, as far as I'm able to understand right now, a very basic concept is if I have Enchanter supports on the enemy team, then I pick Bard. If I have anything else, then I pick Thresh. That's everything. If I'm a blind pick or I don't know their lanes yet, then it's probably Thresh. This game, I really wanted to go Bard because he picked Ezreal, and I'm really loving Bard right now. So kind of went off the tracks there a little bit, but it's okay because they picked an Enchanter support, so this worked out really well. I thought that like Ezreal Bard does a really good job of capitalizing onto Vayne, especially since their laner picked Soraka into Bard, which was disgusting. So with starting the support item, it's okay to start Relic. It's okay to start this. I don't know what the name is called. The other item. Let me look at it real quick. Bard. Hello. There we go. It's okay to start Spell Thieves. It's okay to start Relic Shield. Okay, so it is called Relic Shield. So the way you kind of just determine this is just how you're able, how well. One second. Give me one second. Okay, so the way you determine this is just how well you're basically able to poke them down. So like this is a winning matchup. So like Ezreal Bard has so much better reach than Vayne and Soraka. Soraka kind of evens it out. It can be touch and go with Soraka, but with Vayne, so easy to capitalize on this. We hard destroy her in range. And you'll see this reflected into lane. So I know that since I'm going to be able to be fitting in a lot of autos, I'm going Spell Thieves, because I'm going to get those stacks ASAP. So there was a whole monkey fiesta down here, but usually you just want to you can get 3 chimes. What I found out is you can get 3 chimes before the lane. That gets you to 21%, which is huge for level advantages. So especially if you're going Spell Thieves, especially if you have an aggressive lane like this normally would, typically you want to get those 3 chimes. You want to do it every game, but it's super important now because you get that extra level 2 boost and you can zone them off. Once you get level 2 ahead, all you're doing is you're sitting in the bush and then you're fitting in auto attacks. So you'll see this reflected here after after this. So we can just kind of watch this play out here. So at this point, this is really good for us because I get free stacks here. Soraka's too low. A little bit back and forth here. Didn't get the first blood, which is okay. Sion throws his positioning here, but nobody realizes that late enough. So the way this played out is extremely good for us because now their bot has no sums. And even though our bot has no sums, we have larger reach for them and we're going aggressive. So this is so free for the bot lane. So you'll be able to see what we do here. So immediately I go to the bush and I zone. So this is really big right here because Vayne isn't walking up for the CS very early. She's been very passive already. So this is a huge capitalize that I can do because you slow push like every wave. Whether you have an advantage or not, the goal is to slow push. You push, you let the minions kill, and I'll walk up here. So like Vayne is trolling, but I see that I know that he's going to walk up. So like you can see that I walked up before I actually got vision of him because I know he's gonna obviously walk up to the minions before they die. So like I don't see him, but that minions are about to die and they're going to the casters. So I know I'm walking up. I'm walking out of the bush. So I see him. I just walk up and I zone. So I troll there with the auto, but this is fine. I fit in autos and I get the Spell Thieves. And he just denied him 2 minions. This is fine. So I continue to just do this. This is all you have to do the entire lane is you sit in the bush. This is for any support. This is support 101 I said in the last video. Control the bush and you control the lane. That is how you play support. Control the bush and you control the lane. And if they don't respect you, you make them back up. If they're doubting your control, you assert your dominance. So here I don't have to auto because Ezreal's too far back. This is very important. If you're going a standard aggressive lane like this, your ADC needs to be like here and you need to be right here. Since he's finishing up those minions, I can wait. I got all of the time in the world here. And all I'm doing is I'm still just patiently in the bush and I'm waiting for them to walk up and overstep. Oh yeah, for a bit I thought I was in loser's cube because of this. Look at this. Okay. Once I was done laughing, I go back. So this is fine. The fact, like, you might notice there's difference in playstyle here. The fact that I'm not autoing right now is because I want them to kill the minions. Because what that means is there's 3 extra casters right here. Once that wave gets to the middle, that means we freeze the wave. So that's why I'm playing passive. It's because he's killing those minions. That's going to be free denial for us in 15 seconds. And controlling the bush will be that much more powerful. So like here, I start to assert my dominance. I miss up some autos. And this is okay. This is completely fine exchanging with Soraka. Because first of all, she doesn't even have relics. So I don't know what she's doing. She doesn't gain anything from trading right here. Vayne gets to get a couple CS, which I guess is okay, but I'm definitely okay with trading that right here. Even if Soraka has huge sustain, I'm 100% okay with trading that because of my Spell Thief stacks. So again, I'm being a little bit more passive because there's a larger opportunity to freeze further back. By next wave, it will be like over here. And then we have an opportunity to kill them. So that's why I'm letting them go a little bit further back, is because we can push this freeze back further, and we're not going to be at risk for a gank. If we let it go further back, we're not going to be at risk for a gank like we are starting to be. Because if set pass, he goes like up here, and then usually I don't even know where he is in this game. I didn't really pay much attention, but usually if set does a standard clear like red, blue, bottom, top side clear into Scuttle, he would be at Scuttle right now because Scuttle spawns at 315, and he would be ready to go gank bot after he kills the Scuttle. So I let them push this up. So now we freeze. See, it freezes right there. So now I pressure more. I back up, wait for my Q again, and especially right here, they're starting to troll. Cause like Ezreal is full HP. I'm even it's kind of troll that Ezreal doesn't walk up here. It takes him a second, but this is 100% free kills because they're not respecting us at all. Ezreal just ease in like this. Look at that. Free trades. So we win the trade, and now we hold the freeze. You just constantly do that. You just constantly engage on them. So now I have to be a little bit more timid here because if I overstep, I can die. But since they don't have a ward and Vayne can't condemn me into this bush, they can't walk up still. So it's okay that I don't control this bush because I'm not able to. I'm still able to control the center bush, which is not as good as this bush, obviously. But when you gotta tread lightly, just game of inches, just inch in whatever you can. If they don't respect you, like these laners didn't respect me the entire game. So all I have to do is I just have to go to the point of where they're to the point of where they call my bluff. So I'm like walking up here, even though I technically can't really do it, and they start call my bluff. They go, that's okay. I back up a little bit. Then they walk up. I stay right outside of their autos. It's called what's that called? I forgot what it's called. There's a technical term for it where you're staying just outside of their autos. Like if Vayne's auto was 350, I stay at unit 351. I forgot what it's called, but auto spacing. That's what it's called. It's called auto spacing when you stay just outside of their reach. So here I think, yeah, Ezreal kind of trolls. I don't know why he didn't E in. If he did, I would have gone for the ignite. And then we're building up a wave. After this wave, we should back. I think Ezreal gets a kill here in a second for like literally no reason. So like we're trying to build up the wave. This is fine. He's slow pushing. See how he's not automatically pushing? Because he wants the wave to hit right here. We build up the wave, and then we just back after this. Or if they stay, we stay. Because like, I mean, ideally it's better if we back. But like if we're able to keep this vision over here, since Soraka is this low, we have a huge advantage right now. It's okay to stay here since Soraka is this low. As long as we're careful about the ganks, usually, ideally, it would be better if you had wards like over here or over there, like I forgot how to, whatever. Here, yeah. If you have wards like here or here or here, that would be ideal. But because we have this ward right here and we have the vision over there, that's good enough for this situation. So we stay because we have an overwhelming advantage. If you have an overwhelming advantage, like you have BF, they have pickaxe, or you have like over half HP and full HP to their 150 HP to 80% HP. That is definitely warranted to stay and just auto push, build up a big wave, and then get kill pressure here. So like I think here Ezreal gets a kill for free, for like absolutely no reason. Oh yeah, and our jungler gets executed. Diamond 1, by the way. I forgot when he gets the kill. Oh yeah, I think it's here. Yeah, he gets the kill for absolutely no reason. So we get the kill, but that's fine. Even if we didn't get the kill, we back here. So I got enough for my big buy, and there's no reason to stay after we build this wave. The bigger wave you build up to shove into the enemy tower, the more you have time to back. Because if you shove in the wave and then the tower busy killing the minions, the towers are hitting the enemy tower and they're not trying to kill the other minions. So that means that you have more time for the waves to live longer the bigger wave you have. I hope that makes sense. If you have a normal wave that you just crash, it's likely going to happen that you have like a couple minions that die. But if you have a huge minion that crashes, a huge minion wave that crashes into the enemy tower, that will give you more time. That will give you an extra wave's time for the wave to live. An extra 30 seconds for the wave to live. So that means just like less XP and less gold that you lose. So typically, after a recall in between waves, especially when you do a big wave buildup, it is ideal for you to go roam. Here, the stars were lining up. I wish it could have been better set up so that we get the kill on Akali, but I know that Fizz is going balls deep. So my estimated guess is that Set is going to come. So I have nothing to do. Even if I go bot right now, the laners aren't going to be there, and I can get a couple chimes. But here, there's a fight going down, and I can help mid lane. So right here, my guess was right. Here comes Set. So I just saved the mid laner's ass. And I let him shove in the wave, because if the laner was going to be able to stay, they hold a freeze there. So now that's done, I just go bot. I collect my chimes, and I go. Roam in between waves. Always do that. Do something in between waves. As support, you need to do something, whether that is just going to look at a camp, whether that is going to get vision, whether that's going to go and roam and help mid lane, whether that's going to help jungler do drag. Do something in between waves. Always do something in between waves. Never sit in. I believe in my last video I was actually grossly incorrect. Never just sit in lane in between waves. The goal is to build up big waves and shove into enemy tower, and while you're doing those big waves, you go mid, you roam, or you back, you get your buy, even if it's a small back. A small back is better than no back. A small back is better than no back. Even if you buy boots, even if you buy a ruby crystal, even if you buy a fucking pink wart, that is better than no back. And ideally, with a big enough wave that you stacked up correctly, you have time to back, get boots or whatever, and then go mid and roam. So here, I establish control again. We get another freeze, or, okay, Ezreal doesn't hold it. So it's arguable that since we have an overwhelming advantage like this, like, as, I don't know, he probably has tiers. So, like, the lead isn't that big. So since the lead isn't that big, we just continue to slow push into their tower and continue to set up resets for us to widen the gap. So like here is going to be an example where it's not even in between waves, but I go and help Karthus do dragon because he's about to get executed XD. So like this is completely fine for me to miss this XP here. So we get the dragon. Karthus doesn't think about my wall, but that's perfectly fine. Ezreal gets that kill, which is huge. And then I go right back to where I was, which is just stepping in the bush, asserting dominance, trading autos. Fizz does a garbage roam here. So ideally here, when I missed the opportunity, but Vayne walking up for that auto, I didn't think about it until later, but Vayne walking up for that auto is massive. So like her walking up for that auto, right there is when I should have ulted. Because she doesn't have Q, and that would have been either the flash or a free kill. I did it way too late. She's too fast. So at this point, it would have been better for me to leave right now and go into the enemy jungle and place a ward somewhere. Like right here would have been better. I don't have all the time in the world, but that would have been better. Because when you have an overwhelming advantage like this, you build up the wave, you win trades or whatever, or you have an item advantage. You need to get deep vision and then auto shove. So you auto shove because you're just slamming them, and the matchup isn't even close. So you need to get deep vision for the jungler and mid roam, because once you just auto shove waves, people are going to start spam pinging for you to get help. So if you auto shove, you only auto shove when you have a massive advantage. When you auto shove and have a massive advantage, you need to get vision deep in the enemy jungle. So this would have been good. So like right there, we would have seen Set come a lot sooner if I had left to go. So we kill him, whatever. We get out. We know that Set's just sitting there. We just completely ignore him. I end up trolling here. Mispositioning myself. That's fine. We continue to auto shove, especially now since we know that the jungler's low and that he can't gank again. Otherwise, Ezreal's going to kill him, even if Soraka's there. So here we shove again, and then we just back. The plate Ezreal wants to go for the plate, but I did not. I'm perfectly fine with backing there. I don't want to greed for the plate in case Set does come back, which he does. So I reset, and now it's okay for Ezreal to be sitting in this wave alone because stuff is happening around the map. So I'm free to just move around and collect chimes. Okay. So here's massive. So we have a huge advantage on their bot line. Holding a freeze like this is huge. So you hold the freeze, and they're gonna try and walk up like this. So every time, like she knows that this is greedy. That's why she's playing so far back. So you hold the freeze, and then you establish control. So here I just wanted to place a W back, and I'm giving up too much position. I should be in the lower brush right here. I don't know why I'm not in the lower brush. I don't know why I'm chilling up too far. But look at that. They greed so hard for that freeze. So then again, look, we auto shove. I know that this is a huge advantage. So we auto shove, and I don't remember if I actually do this, but what I should do is I should get deep vision. So I should have walked up right there and gotten a ward at that bush right there. I got too caught up in denying the Vayne CS. Oh, no. I saw set. That's right. I saw set top. So it's okay that I didn't place the ward there because I saw set top. That's right. Because set showed I was going to get deep vision, but then set showed right here. So I was taking the ward, and then set shows right there. I see that. So I only place a ward right there to see where Vayne is at. And so here, when you have a huge lead, their support's dead, jungler's not going to come, you can do shit like this. You can do goofy stuff like this. Just sit and proxy farm. This is absolutely free. And they can't do anything. Especially with Bard, this is so good because I actually missed the ulti here. But if you're able to just catch up an ulti like this, it is free money. Free money in the bank. I should have focused doing it on Soraka. I wanted to tilt the Vayne. If it was further back, maybe. Here I was, it probably was more correct for me to roam. I was debating on whether to move or not. I really just wanted to keep the proxy farm going for Ezreal. But it's good that I moved when I did. Or if I moved a little bit sooner, maybe I could have saved the Karthus. Then I help the Fizz shove before I back, so they can't hold a freeze. So he doesn't lose XP. Steal the kill because I'm a boss. I wasn't paying attention on the set here. I was mainly focused on catching the Vayne, but so I wasn't really paying too much attention. I got pretty goofy once this game came, and I think that's pretty much all the important stuff actually. Typically the only difference in this game is like mid game with Bard, you just look for ultis. Like that's pretty much how you play Bard. Is you sit back in queue and like you look for people overextend and then you just ulti right at the beginning. So like I'll post the whole video with my voice of like me in the solo queue game, and you can see the rest here. But this is all the important information.